So, you're finally back. I wouldn't have given you the wedding ring on credit if you weren't so obviously in love. You told me that sweet story of how you met in Witchmist Grove.
Seems that the next part of this riddle is to find my fiancée somewhere.
Witchmist Grove. So, now we're off to find your Hagraven fiancée. How romantic. Should I be jealous of your feathered bride-to-be, or shall I congratulate her on her good fortune?
Let's go to Mist Witch Grove.
How exciting. I've always wondered what sort of woman could capture the heart of a man who proposes marriage while blackout drunk. Should I prepare a wedding gift? Perhaps a nice potion of cure disease? You might need it after the honeymoon, darling.
We are going to visit my potential bride.
I find it deliciously ironic that you collect brides like trinkets yet remember none of them. First a vampire, princess, then a Daedric sovereign, and now a swamp witch with talents. Your ambitions climb while your memories fall. Perhaps I should be intrigued by your Hagraven's methods.
So prepare for maybe not a calm negotiation with my fiancée or who she is.
I shall observe your negotiation tactics with great interest. Perhaps I will learn how easily you surrender your valuables to those who threaten you.
Babe, prepare for meeting with my potential bride.
A Hagraven bride? By the nine, my thane, you certainly know how to complicate things. These Hagravens aren't known for reasonable negotiations, especially when you're trying to break off an engagement.
Yeah, of course I need to break up the engagement if I don't know that I proposed someone.
Ah yes, nothing says I want my ring back like an arrow between the eyes. At least now I understand why you kept mumbling about beautiful feathers in your sleep. Ready when you are, my thane.
Tell me, daughter of Cold Harbor, does it sting to know you share his affections with a creature who nests in filth? Or perhaps you find comfort in the knowledge that his taste is consistently questionable.
If you find his taste so questionable, what does that say about your own interest in him? Perhaps we're both slumming it for the amusement.
Slumming daughter of Cold Harbor, how charmingly self-aware. I do not seek his memory or his devotion. I seek his potential. The clay does not need to remember the sculptor's hands to be shaped by it. As for my interest, when one designs a weapon, one need not find it beautiful. One need only ensure it cuts precisely where intended.
Architecture, how poetic. But I've seen enough sculptors and architects in my time to recognize when someone's building themselves a pretty little justification. You're not the first immortal to play with mortals like toys, your imperialness. But please, continue explaining how your interest is so much more sophisticated than mine.
Darling, I've been waiting for you to return, to consummate our love.
Actually, I was hoping to get the ring back.
What? You want it for that hussy Esmeralda with the dark feathers, don't you? I won't let her have you.
Yeah.
Esmeralda with the dark feathers. My, you've been busy, haven't you? And here I thought I was special. At least your taste is consistent. Adventurous. Let's get your ring back before your next fiancé shows up.
I request politely, halt.
Halt? The battle ends when the blood stops flowing, not when you request it. But very well. I shall restrain my blade. Your Hagraven bride has fallen rather quickly for one so possessive. Perhaps her love was as shallow as your proposal. The ring awaits your touch, Dragonborn. Claim it and release yourself from yet another vow you never intended to keep. These clouds hang heavy with intent, Dragonborn. The sky itself seems to mourn your broken engagement. How fitting that we travel from one failed commitment to another beneath a veil of gray. The Empress finds it poetic. How even the elements conspire to frame your wandering loyalties.
You should appreciate that I am such loyal to you and we share our loyalty for each other, don't you think?
Loyal? To me? How charmingly delusional. We do not share loyalty, Dragonborn. We share purpose, and only when it suits us both. So do not mistake our arrangement for the simple bonds you form and break with mortals. What binds us is infinitely more complex, and far less easily severed than a drunken promise or a stolen ring.
Excellent. Sorry it didn't work out. I know how excited you were for the wedding. You kept saying it would be a huge ceremony at Morvenskar. You said you even had some magic staff that would handle all of the guests.
It's definitely not friendly. Oh, what is he doing, the dragon?
Yes? It's been a pleasure.
Maybe I'll do turnips next.
Is anyone interested in cleaning here? There is a river. We could take a bath before we continue.
A bath after slaying a dragon. How terribly mundane of you. That river's probably freezing. But at this point, I'd welcome even ice water to get this dragonish off me. Just don't expect me to pretend I'm enjoying it.
A hunger in your gaze extends beyond mere blood. How amusing that a creature who has tasted immortality still craves something so mortal.
As for my appetites, they remain my business. Though, I wonder why a being of such transcendent power seems so fixated on my relationship with a mortal. Perhaps something about his soul calls to you too. Or is it simply that you can't comprehend connection without conquest? What do you say we leave Her Imperial Majesty to contemplate the universe while we go get clean? Besides, I'm curious to see if the mighty Dragonborn squeals when the cold water hits certain parts.
A bath? How delightfully mortal. Tell me, Dragonborn, do you seek merely to be clean, or do you hope for something more intimate beneath that frozen surface? The Empress could demonstrate bathing rituals from realms you've never dreamed of. Ones that leave the body purified and the spirit awakened.
And now you're offering bathing rituals to John. How desperate. You speak of power squandered while trailing behind us like a bound servant. Perhaps that's why you're so fixated on what I desire. To distract from what you cannot have. Freedom. I think I'll enjoy my cold bath now. At least the water is honest about its bite.
It's cold, but it's better to be clean for our next part of journey.
Cold water or not, I'd rather smell like a frozen river than dragon ash. Besides, I've survived worse than a chilly bath. After centuries in a stone coffin, this might actually feel refreshing. And don't worry about the Empress and her transcendent bathing rituals. Some of us prefer simple pleasures without cosmic significance attached to every mundane activity. Just don't expect me to pretend I'm enjoying the temperature.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying to bathing with you.
Look at you, all clean and proper again. Almost didn't recognize you without the layer of dragon remains. I just finished myself, and while I wouldn't call it pleasant, there's something to be said for feeling clean again. Ready to continue our journey? Or did that freezing water sap all your Nord resilience? Though, I notice our Imperial friend chose to remain filthy. Perhaps transcendent beings don't sweat. So, where are we headed next? That keep across the river you mentioned. I'm feeling surprisingly invigorated after that bath, despite the temperature. Stay there, the only god.
This bed. You focus on not getting your
Yes.
freshly cleaned armor dirty
We might
again.
have some valuables we could sell.
Yeah, that bear is already that he was watching us during our cleaning ritual in that river.
Voyeuristic bears. That's a new one. I suppose we should be flattered. At least it waited until we finished bathing before attacking. Most creatures in Skyrim aren't quite so considerate. Either way, I'm clean, you're clean, and the bear is dead. Shall we continue to that keep now?
And what about you, Empress? Aren't you interested in a cold bath here in the river before we will continue?
Dragon blood is a badge of honor, not filth to be washed away. However, I find myself curious about these Nord cleansing rituals. Perhaps there is wisdom in purification before our next conquest. Stand back. This water shall be honored by my presence.
Alright, just start whenever you are ready. We will wait for you.
Very well, Dragonborn. The Empress shall demonstrate proper ablution rituals from realms beyond your comprehension. Observe and learn what true sovereignty looks like when unveiled. Do not mistake this for submission to your request. I merely find it tactically advantageous to be pristine before our next conquest. Stand witness to perfection few mortals have survived seeing.
I could tell you that I would definitely would enjoy this regularly if it is possible to make it regular.
How intriguing. The Empress finds your interest in witnessing my ablutions both predictable and amusing. Tell me, do you seek merely to watch or would you dare to participate more directly in Daedric purification ceremonies? The Empress might permit your assistance should you prove worthy of such intimate proximity to power incarnate. Your eagerness to observe my bathing rituals is noted, Dragonborn.
I will remind you that promise you gave me here, and when it will be a good opportunity, I will ask you.
The Empress finds your boldness intriguing, so different from when you first summoned me with trembling voice and mispronounced incantations. You have grown since then, perhaps worthy of more intimate instruction. Until that moment arrives, I suggest you contemplate what service you might offer that would please an Empress. Anticipation shall be educational for us both.